to Science TV. My name is Ben. My interpreter doing the voicing is Anne Wairimo. Let us focus on our news item at this hour. President William Ruto has called on the Kenya Revenue Authority, KRA, to treat Kenyan taxpayers respectfully during tax collection, emphasizing that citizens' support for the government warrants such treatment. This statement comes in the wake of a recent incident at Jomo Kenyatta International Airport, JKIA, where a couple encountered issues regarding the taxation of a wedding gown, leading to KRA's subsequent apology. However, KRA argued on its X app that the wedding dress exceeded $500 duty-free limit, valuing it at $2,000, thus making it subject to custom duty as per their regulations. Under KRA's new guidelines, items valued at or below $500 for each traveler are exempted from import taxes, while those exceeding this threshold will be taxed. KRA has faced criticism for its efforts to levy tax on personal and household items carried by the travelers.
KRA, I am sure, now knows that it is possible to be courteous, kind, and gentle to taxpayers, and at the same time become even more effective and efficient in tax collection. I am sure they know that.
KRA fully acknowledges its profound responsibility to provide taxpayers with a conducive, efficient, and effective platform for tax payment and compliance.
I want to reaffirm our commitment to reforming our process and culture to deliver high quality and user-friendly services to our taxpayers.
We wish to assure our visitors and all travelers to this country that no new taxes have been introduced and that the process of our entry points is smooth and diplomatic, and the customs officers of the KRA have been instructed to ensure this remains the process that is also seamless and should not mishandle our visitors and travelers.
It's very important to recognize that if we have a restrictive environment that goes against your message out there that Kenya is open to do business, that we can come here visa-free and do business for the Republic of Kenya, maybe those people might choose to go to other countries, or our brothers, the hardworking brothers and sisters in the diaspora who bring so much money in terms of remittances might not feel so much happy to come back home.
Body should threaten KRA using their positions, using their connections, using their power for them to avoid paying tax. We must all pay tax. A while ago, the conversation was how much of the debt is allocated to even children who are not yet born. Public debt. I am happy that this time round we are having a conversation about not debt, but taxes.
We cannot and we shall never be fully independent until we are able to independently fund our government and our budget through our own resources raised in the country.
KRA surpassed their first quarter generation of taxes by 45 billion shillings, equivalent to 8.4% increase in revenue growth, and this is truly recommendable.
We shall continue working together and intensify our revenue mobilization quest that will ensure that we adequately finance the country's budget and support the government's bottom-up economic transformation agenda better for a sustained economic recovery and a sustained economic vibrancy.
As a government that believes in accountability, we must give the institution of the Auditor General's Office the necessary capacity, leeway, and latitude for them to hold every government agency and every government ministry and the whole of government accountable to the people of Kenya through audits and make sure that we spend the people's money efficiently.
On to our next news item. The Cabinet has granted approval for the construction of additional dams, part of a comprehensive plan to ensure a consistent water supply. Over 4,000 water pans will also be refurbished as part of this initiative, aligned with the government's bottom-up economic transformation agenda. This project aims to secure water resources for both irrigation and household use. With a budget of 83 billion, the plan includes the construction of 25 dams, primarily targeting arid areas. These dams are expected to provide a combined total of 353 million litres, benefiting over 600,000 households. In response to climate change concerns, on to our next news item. A section of Kiambu MCAs on Friday, November 3rd, 2023, came out to defend Governor Kimani Wamatangi against the looming impeachment motion, terming it as politically motivated. Speaking to the press at the Kiambu County Assembly grounds, the MCA, led by Kamenu Ward MCA Peter Mburu, said that the motion was being sponsored by a few individuals who were out to destabilize the county government. The MCAs said that the governor had done a good job in his 5 years in office and that he deserved to be given a chance to continue with his work. The MCAs also called on the governor to continue working hard for the people of Kiambu and to ignore the impeachment threats.
The biggest problem we are having in the county government of Kiambu is external influence, external pressure that are coming from all quarters. We have other politicians, we have contractors, we have brokers, we have people with a lot of interest that are bringing this issue of instability in the county assembly of Kiambu. These ultimatums would be better handled within the legal frameworks of the assembly. So if any member has queries on the issue of the county government, the best way is to do it through the structures of the assembly, not through the social media.
We have the elected members of the county assembly, 60 of us. We have the 36 members that are elected, and I know we have the number. 60 of us, we are.
On to our next news item. The former NHIF Chief Executive Richard Kerich and 4 others have been freed in a 116.9 million graft case due to lack of evidence. In a judgment delivered on Friday, Milimani Anti-Corruption Magistrate Eunice Nyoto said the prosecution did not prove the charges leveled against the former officials. He had been charged alongside NHIF officials David Chingi, Marua Chacha, and Meridian Medical Center directors Diba Wairiko and Peter Wambogo. The 5 were taken to court in connection with the loss of millions meant for civil servants and disciplined forces medical schemes. It was alleged that the NHIF officials entered into a contract with Meridian Center to provide medical care.
Against the accused persons on all the counts that they have been charged with, and I acquit them forthwith. That the sixth accused person only had 4 accredited clinics as they, at the time that they entered into an agreement with NHIF for the Civil Servants and Discipline Services Medical Scheme. It is the evidence of PW8 that as at 4th of June 2012, 13 clinics had been inspected but not been placed before the board for approval. It is therefore my finding that the outpatient pilot scheme of 7th of December 2009 to 7th of June 2010 is distinct from the Civil Servants and Discipline Services Medical Scheme, and no stretch of imagination can merge the two and purport that one is an extension of the other. Testimony of PW8 that out of 17 Meridian clinics that had been inspected, only 4 were declared through legal notice number 171 of 2nd of October 2019. So the upshot of this judgment is
on to our next news item. Tullow Oil has declared the initiation of the commercial exploration phase, marking the start of Kenya's 25-year plan to extract and export high-quality crude oil. This development occurs while the Senate is investigating the circumstances surrounding the export of 2 crude oil batches during the initial exploration phase, which were originally meant for analysis and appraisal. The multinational oil and gas exploration company, based in Turkana County, began its oil exploration efforts in Kenya in 2012. The commercial viability extraction phase aims to have Kenya export a minimum of 120,000 barrels of crude oil to refineries regionally and globally. The crude oil was sourced from 10 out of 40 drilled oil wells across 4 significant blocks in Turkana East and South.
Maana mpaka sasa hivi community ambao wanaishi katika maeneo hiyo hasa Lokichar, Turkana, hawana habari hata ya malipo ya kiwanja ambaye Lapset itapitia. Hawajui hata bei, wenyewe wanakaa tu hivyo.
Tuko na data za kutosha kudhibitisha unyonge huu ambao tumefanyiwa na wenye kupanga miradi kama hii. Tulitamani kwamba njia mwafaka zifuatwe kupitia sheria na katiba na sera zilizopo za nchi, na pia kujumuisha nchi za kimataifa na sera za kitaifa ambazo pakubwa kutoa mwongozo na kuguide watu katika utekelezaji miradi muhimu kule mashinani.
That is all we had, our viewers, here at Science TV. I have been your host, Ben. That is my sign name. My interpreter doing the voicing is Anne Wairimo. Good afternoon and bye-bye.